So we are here today to talk about our campus vision, and I thought it would be good if you guys just introduced yourselves, even though I know you for the camera.
My name's Morgan, and I am the library media specialist.
My name is Lee King, and I'm the 504 coordinator and campus intervention specialist.
Okay, thank you. Our campus vision is confidence, commitment, and community. So I have 4 different questions that we're going to kind of talk about back and forth with this campus vision. The first question was, how does the campus acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate those who implement strategies in support of our campus vision?
I'll go ahead and jump in on that one, Lori. Honestly, this vision, in my own opinion, hasn't been changed in 3 years. It's not, right now we don't have a set in place acknowledgement that goes directly with confidence, commitment, and community that supports it. But we do things that would support it, but it's not directly related to that certain vision.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with that. When I first got this assignment from my friend Lori, and after reflecting upon it, I think our campus adequately meets the campus vision, but obviously we could improve much more. We do campus shout outs. We have a bulletin board in our lounge. Our staff, certain people are really good at emailing others and praising them, verbal praise, announcements, bragging. We do drawings for participation. Our administrative team is strong with PLCs. It's important to them. More so with some content areas than others, but they are usually pretty participatory in those PLCs. We have bell ringers and PTA awards and things like that, but I agree, we haven't had a strong emphasis on the campus vision being the confidence, commitment, and community. I think we can definitely do a better job on our campus, really promoting that and acting upon that, but at the same time, I think we do have some of those things.
Yeah, I think that I was thinking back to when we actually started this, because I know the 3 of us were here when this vision.
It was like the 3 pillars.
Yeah,
columns.
so 3 pillars, and I'm thinking back to it, and I'm remembering how we talked about how we were as a staff committed to being innovative for students, and we were wanting to build confidence in our students, and that we were committed to being a positive presence in the community. And I think that we maybe don't have, like you said, those specific, we don't meet each specific thing, but we still kind of try to use those. And I think it's interesting now, the community one was one that I felt like when we started this years ago that we were lacking in, and this year there's been a real push for the community being that positive presence and telling our stories and everybody having their voice. So thank you. Okay, the second question that I wanted to ask, or that we were addressing, was how are these contributions and achievements effectively communicated to the staff, students, and community? So Morgan, what do you think?
I would go along the lines as if you ask, just somebody in our school, hey, what's our campus vision? They would probably be knowing that it's confidence, commitment, community. You can go on our website and it says that, but there's no explanation of it or anything. So effectively communicating that certain vision, I don't think we do, but we do like with the emails and newsletters and things like that, we communicate with the community and our staff and our students and our parents, but it's not tying directly back to those 3 C's.
I agree. We do email and newsletters. We have bulletin boards for announcements. We have electronic announcements, video announcements, staff meetings, and PTA luncheons, and luncheons in general that are themed towards our staff. But I think we lack the support and really that communication with our teachers as to this is our specific campus vision. we are encouraged to join PTA and get involved in the community and volleyball and football and basketball and do those certain things and volunteer. But I definitely think we could do a better job of really voicing what is it.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know, I think that it's one of those things where I feel like we all want to communicate, but we have absolutely no idea, like, what would be a good, what would be something beyond the newsletters, the emails, the bulletin boards that we could do. I remember at the beginning of this year when Susan was talking about telling our stories, and we were encouraged to get Twitter accounts. Well, which is great, but at the same time, there's got to be more that we can do, especially that community piece, because we've had that discussion about our image and how our I think there needs to be a set plan, and right now there may not be one. So, and that
Right
might be
now, it's kind of just doing our best at what we can.
yeah, exactly. And I totally agree. So, the third question that or that I sent to you guys was, how does the campus use innovative thinking, risk-taking, or failures as a learning experience to promote the campus vision?
A couple ways that I think that we promote campus vision through Canvas, SIT meetings, what works best in PLCs, what doesn't work best. There's a lot of collaborative thinking and discussion going on. How can I show others, what great things are going on here at Ford? Something Miss Lefevre and I were talking about today is we have a large population of dyslexic students, some that struggle, some that are very strong students. And we found out today there's a systemic issue. We have a lot of support K through 6 orally through Reading Ally. And we discovered today that 7 through 12 in our district does not have that support. And it's this kind of discussion that gets the ball moving and get things rolling. And, from there, we've talked to key people in our district, and we're trying to get our boss and our administrative team kind of on our piggyback here. Help us promote us, help us get whatever we need for these kids to be successful in the classroom. Because why is it? It's not fair. Why would they get all this support through 6th grade and then all of a sudden?
Well, that's kind of us ourselves doing the risk taking, because
Absolutely.
we are, fighting tooth and nail for the kids that need this support, and we've never heard of it, and then we want to try it, and then there's no plan in place to go ahead and have this happen. So let's get the ball rolling, because you can't just drop off after 6th grade. So that has been part of like our risk taking, is just find the key people that you need to talk to communicate to get the chain rolling in that. Go ahead, Misky.
Yeah, and on top of that, with Canvas, it's kind of like a Blackboard system that we have in our district for Allen. It's been tremendous and innovative and just a great way to prepare our students further and beyond. But again, we have found, our dyslexic students, and I'm not a DT therapist by any means, I was a math teacher, but we have found a systemic issue that our dyslexic kids and some of our special education 504 kids have struggled with that Canvas aspect. And so we're learning they have oral options, and we're learning how to find that online textbook and kind of get those kids connected so that they are more comfortable with that online coursework.
And I think as a teacher in the classroom, that there has been, I know that for us as teachers, that we have this real big push towards technology, innovation, trying to engage the students as much as we can. The flipped classroom that we use, and the Canvas option that we're using, I think is really going to help build confidence in our students as they, so I guess that does go back to one of our pillars, that confidence in themselves, they get to, as they go into high school and college, they are going to be able.
They've already seen this stuff.
Yeah,
it's not going to be completely
and
new.
when they go to online classes, they're going to be able to do that.
Right.
So, the last question that I asked you guys was, what processes are used in improving morale, which moves the campus towards the realization of the campus vision?
I don't know if it's necessarily a process per se, but one thing that we do have on campus to help boost spirits and morale, which involves the community and our school community itself, is we have a a sunshine committee that is basically just 2 people take it on each year. You know, there's dues to be paid. We try to, you know, give condolences and sympathy and happy things when people have babies or deaths in the family. You know, try to give goodie bags. And so we're trying to boost that morale and that to help with our community here on campus. I am actually one of the people on the committee this year, and it is very difficult to get people involved and kind of get out of their own frame of mind of in the classroom and, you know, just going and signing a card up in the office. So we have some things in place. We do need work on them, and just like any place, there's always going to be room for improvement in there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know that we have a formal process that we go through. Collaboration is a big component of that through our PLCs and our core teams, as well as in our departments and administrative teams. I feel like the teachers and people that are still in the classroom are a little more connected to what that feels like for the morale. And sometimes we have to kind of remind our administrators and people that are not involved in those daily discussions that it's still important, even though it's not something that's state mandated or assessed. It's definitely something that has to be a key factor in going on our campus. So I feel like just, you know, some of the lunches that we do, again, some of the activities and community outreach that we try to do regularly.
One of the things that's good is our color teams that we have. Just within, you know, our building, the color teams and the little, you know, activities.
Activities.
So the color teams, you know, we are put in different groups. You know, not all math people, not all science
In
people.
the beginning of the year,
Total mixture of the whole entire faculty, paraprofessionals, professionals, teachers, administration, and it's team building, getting involved, doing silly things, trying to get an Oreo from your forehead to your mouth, and just trying to be more of friends and family and be happy in it. And so that's actually a really good thing that helps try to do our morale. Of course, we don't always have the time to do it, so but when it does happen, it's really beneficial.
And we started that we started the team Color Wars last year. And I really enjoyed it. I think that it would be nice if we could do it more often. Like you said, we don't
Even
always
like
have
once a
time.
month or something.
One of the other things that I noticed after our renovation of our building, the thing that I really like is that we do have a one lounge now instead of we used to have, what was that? Three or
different
four
lounges, and nobody sat and
and
talked
so
to me.
English had their lounge, math had theirs, and I can remember my first year here, we would have lunches with, you know, interdepartmental. We had math, history, English, and so I like that they thought about that when they.
We have one place to go
it
and
helps.
congregate.
It helps.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that again, it's one of those. We just have to try to figure out ways to encourage that and not let, like you said, Lee, you know, the teachers that are in the classroom and the PLCs every week, they get to have that kind of, you know, bonding with their team, but to be able to bond with other people on campus is just as important. So trying to find ways and time to do that so that,
Yeah, and like we like to do themed luncheons here at Ford, and so that's something that I know I enjoy, and it's always interesting to see, you know, these people that you never see on a day-to-day, and they bring these yummy, delicious things, or their wife cooks something, or they bring something.
You
you're
need to come out more.
I know. And it's fun to see, you know, what they bring, or they went and bought fried chicken, but they still contributed, and it's good to see their face and communicate and fellowship with one another. So
The only thing I wish is that we would have more of a connection of this is helping us with our vision itself and having the light being put towards that vision.
Well, and just, you know, I think that some people try to, you know, stay out of it. Or, I don't know, it's easy to go, well, this was kind of a waste of our time to do the Oreo thing or the move the cup.
I
with
could
the
be
piece of
grading
string.
papers, or I could be doing something.
And it really does actually help the kids too. If they
Yes.
see that we like
Yes.
each other, then I think that that's good. So thank you, ladies.
No problem.
you're so welcome anytime.
Thank you.